This match was released first for our members on YouTube and Patreon. Becoming a member is the only way to watch all Purpose Wrestling shows presented in full. Thank you to all these YouTube and Patreon members who help us bring Purpose Wrestling to you. To support Purpose Wrestling, become a member at purposewrestling.com/members. Link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, for the love of wrestling.
And it's time for a fan favourite, the Villainess, making her way into the library. And this song is an absolute banger, Rex.
I couldn't agree more.
Smitson been on a bit of a roll in Purpose. She's picked up victories over the likes of David Francisco. Had a shot at the championship, come up short, but put in a hell of a match. Beat Roy Johnson last time she was here.
Which is no mean feat, Bobby, as we all know from what we saw earlier.
Well, the Villainess has a last-minute replacement opponent. And it may be one of the baddest men to ever step foot in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, the Great White Shark himself.
True Grit, Connor Mills.
Skye Smitson might be dancing, she might be cool, calm and collected, but, you know, let's be honest, this isn't the opponent that she prepared for, Bobby.
But it's the kind of thing that Skye Smitson relishes is this kind of opponent. This kind of surprise. She considers herself a prize fighter.
I couldn't agree more, but she's a far better fighter than I am, because the sight of Connor Mills opposite the ring from me, which has happened a few times, has always filled me with fear, Bobby, if I'm honest.
Connor Mills, coming off a victory himself, beat Joe Kessler.
Yes.
How do you feel about surprises, Rex?
Oh, what? Hang on a second, Bobby, what?
Well,
isn't this... Well, I know this music. Hang on a second, no.
The third banging theme song in one match, let's go. We didn't think Emersyn Jayne was going to be able to make Mutiny.
Oh my goodness, Bobby! You kept that one secret, didn't you?
Some travel issues. Looked like they were going to stop her getting here. We booked Connor Mills as a replacement, then Emersyn Jayne says, hell no, I'm here. Let's have a triple threat.
Well, this match just got even more spicier. My goodness, this has all the makings of an absolute classic. Good grief.
Jayne, we saw her debut recently here in Purpose against Alexander Roth. Coming up short, but Roth had to get a sneaky win. Reversing a frog splash. Getting a roll up. Emersyn Jayne, look for a mic. Chris Hatch just gone...
Demanding a mic.
So, I had a bit of a nightmare with travel, and I didn't think I'd be able to get here tonight. But, I am here, and I am ready to fight. So this match is now a three-way.
There we go. Triple threat action. And I am even more psyched than I was when it was Emersyn Jayne versus Smitson or Smitson versus Mills. This is gonna be something to keep an eye on, Rexy boy.
This is going to be a tough one to commentate on, Bobby, but my heart is in my mouth. I feel like I might be sick, and I'm excited.
All three combatants squaring up. No one knows quite where to look, who to look out for first. Mills goes to pick the ankle. Smitson reverses into a cover. Cover after cover. Emersyn Jayne with a cover on Smitson now, who rolls the shoulder up. Mills tries to cover both. kicking the legs out of Mills, covering both of her opponents. Smitson, the queen of the cheeky roll-ups, he gets a double one. Lariat, reversed by Mills. Looking for that Nigel Lariat. Emersyn has it telegraphed. We're starting cagey. No one knows quite what to think of each other. Back elbow by Mills, right on the ear. And Smitson had enough. Pushed Jayne out of the way and tackled Mills to the ground. Springboard. Hurricane Rana by Jayne. The athleticism unreal by this combatant. Here we go. That pace is gonna favour Jayne. Power game of Smitson. What a fall away slam.
A snap fall away slam. You see the torque on that, Bobby?
Running drop kick. Smitson reeling early in this match. Jayne using her speed, using her technique. What a backbreaker. Smitson's fingers got to be tingling into the cover. Kick out at 2.
Smitson in trouble here, Bobby, and Mills still down on the outside. If Jayne can capitalise here, she might actually win this really early on.
Here comes Emersyn Jayne. Smitson avoids, floats over, avoids a clothesline. Drop kick picture, perfect. I've said it before, I'll say it again. That might be the best drop kick in the UK.
Best drop kick in the biz. Returning one of her own and back in control just like that, and that is what makes her so dangerous, Bobby.
Here she goes. She'll go that stalling suplex. Mills says no you don't. Gets rid of Jayne. Picks the ankle of Smitson. Mills playing 3D chess here. Smitson
moving like water around the ring, Bobby. God.
Smitson no slouch in the technical department though, but gets a boot in the face for trying to avoid the rest of the offense.
I'm concerned for Smitson, Bobby. She's taken some real punishment early on in this match here.
Into the cover, Smitson kicks out at 2. Here comes Jayne. Mills says, no you don't.
I think that's the right way to get a torn ACL there. That was horrific to look at. Good grief.
That dragon screw and then that knee breaker. Mills firmly in control now.
Think about what we've just seen from Connor Mills in the space of 20 seconds, Bobby, against 2 of some of the best wrestlers in the country. He's just glided and fought his way through both of them effortlessly. And look at this now.
Mills with a death lock on Smitson and an ankle lock on Jayne. Mills using that technical proficiency, gonna make both
Bobby,
of these.
He's gonna tap both of them out. He's gonna tap both of them out, and none of us will be surprised because it's Connor Mills.
But both wrestlers pulling their way to the ropes. Jayne gets the break first.
I think these two are going to have to start working together and get Mills out of this match, Bobby. It seems like you can't have this man just in the match. He's too dangerous. He's too quick. He's too innovative. You've got to get him out.
But do not
eliminate him and then face each other.
Do not count out the power of Smitson or the innovation of Emersyn Jayne. Jayne Banderas to Mills to the outside, and Smitson just punches him in the face. There you go, power and innovation.
There you go, you can't argue with it. If in doubt, 2 feet. Oh!
Jesus Christ, Emersyn Jayne wipe it out. Connor Mills. Smitson looking to take advantage, grabs Jayne by the hair, sits out with a jawbreaker.
Emersyn Jayne like a lawn dart through the ropes there, and now straight up to the top.
There's to the top. Shotgun style drop kick right to the gut. Jayne, the innovation, shining through, running Enziguri.
What's she got planned here?
What a crazy way to load up Smitson. Gonna look for a Deadeye.
Oh no!
There it is, Deadeye, center of the ring. Kick out by Smitson.
How did Smitson kick out of that, Bobby? That was straight down on her dome. How she is even alive is beyond me.
Jayne making sure Smitson stay put.
Bobby, how do you make sure someone definitely stays down on the mat?
Kicking her in the gut a ton of times.
Just drop both your knees on him. Oh, we saw this last time she was in the library, Bobby. Are we going to see it again?
Moonsault. No one in the pool. Smitson out the way. Jumping knee. Here comes Smitson. Loading up for an air raid crash. Center of the ring. Hits the air raid crash. Connor Mills, though, makes his way into the ring. Gonna springboard double stomp to the back of Smitson. Instead of just choosing to break the pin, decided to do a vicious maneuver. Slow Smitson right down.
Not only does he get the benefit of his own body weight behind his 2 feet there, but he also gets gravity fully behind him as well. Smitson's back here, surely in a world of pain. It has taken some unbelievable damage in this match, Bobby. How she is getting to her feet is, I mean, what an incredibly tough fighter she is.
All three of these wrestlers making their way back to the feet. Mills looking to take control. Going to unleash on those strikes. You got to think if it comes down to a striking game, Mills might have the advantage. Though Smitson,
you say that.
Smitson with unbelievable power. Headbutts by Mills. Mills decides discretion being the better part of valor, gets to his feet. Going to start with those roundhouses.
Loud thuds just absolutely echoing through the library here, Bobby. Oh!
Here comes Mills. Smitson says, no, you don't. Step up Enziguri. High knee. Mills looking at that Nigel Lariat. Avoided by Smitson, who looks for an Lariat. Takes out Jayne. Mills going to try and take advantage of the misstep. Here
Mills
comes
again.
the Nigel. There it is. Said before about that. Oh, stacks up. Smitson high. Smitson kicks out. That Lariat
Smitson needs to
vicious.
check for her teeth, Bobby. She needs to go to the third row and have someone hand them back to her. My God, Mills took her head off.
I've said about that technique before. Coming through that middle rope brings the Lariat upwards. It's also like an uppercut as well as a Lariat.
Oh,
Brutal.
Bobby, you want to talk about someone getting their head taken off?
he
Look
comes.
out, Jayne!
That flying Yakuza kick. Jayne just gone limp.
Oh,
She's out.
Bobby,
She's knocked out.
Have you got a number for a dentist? Good grief, we're in trouble here.
Mills going to follow her up. Going to look for a superplex.
What has he got? Oh, God, this is... Emersyn Jayne fighting. She needs to here. She's in trouble.
Headbutt. Never count a Scottish person out of hitting a headbutt. Oh my God! Diving destroyer.
But Mills!
Oh my God! Spanish fly. Spanish fly off of a destroyer.
This is it,
one
Bobby.
is over. Jayne is beaten. No, my God. Who kicks out of a destroyer then a Spanish fly? Only Connor Mills.
I was about to say, Bobby, I'll tell you who. It's the man that lives in the Dark Waters. It's Connor Mills. Good grief. How did he kick out of that? Emersyn Jayne wondering what it's going to take to win this match. And that's not even counting the fact that Skye Smitson's still in it.
Jayne loads Mills up. Working the chest of Connor Mills.
Just punching him as hard as she can in his chest. The sort of thing that makes your heart palpitate.
Looking for a superplex of her own. Mills fighting back though. Mills hooks the leg. Jesus Christ, Fisherman's Buster from the second. Cheeky roll up by Smitsson. Got the shoulder down. She gets the win.
Skye Smitson for the win. Bobby, did you see that? Oh. Bobby, the ring awareness, the wherewithal of Skye Smitson to have taken that amount of punishment and still have seen that opportunity. And not only that, that crucifix pin being so tight and snug that she basically had Connor Mills wrapped into a ball. There was nothing he could do to kick out of that one.
Smitson
incredible.
Showing her mastery of the roll-up. That's how she beat David Francisco. That's how she's won this triple threat.
See, Purpose, this is a true champion. And I know I've been lightly. I've watched my step, I've watched my mouth. But I just beat two of the best professional wrestlers that this world has to offer. Not Europe, not Britain, the world. And it doesn't matter who is champion at the end of the night. It isn't relevant who's champion moving forward. Because you are looking at the next Purpose Wrestling champion.
You know what? I'm not even mad. I'll put my hands up and admit that Skye just got me there. She was just a better wrestler tonight. But I'm not gonna let this one hiccup deter me from the fact that I've got my eye, I've got my mind, I've got my heart set on one thing and one thing only. That Purpose Wrestling Championship. You see, us as wrestlers, we set ourselves goals, we set ourselves things we want to achieve, and we're never hungry. even when we do achieve them, but we're never hungry until we do. And one of those things, the top of my list, is that Purpose Wrestling Championship. So over its next show, 2 shows, 3 shows, today, tomorrow, 1 month time, 2 years time, Connor Mills will be Purpose Wrestling Champion.
Thank you for watching Purpose Wrestling. Don't miss any of the great pro wrestling action live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching and see you next time.